Hi everyone and welcome. The soap I'm working on is a collaboration with a lot of other soapers, and if you look in the description you're going to see links to several other channels. We're all making a beer soap, and it's going to be a green soap, and this is in honor of St. Patrick's Day, and it's just something that one of our fellow soapers, Renee from Soaps for Love, came up with, that we would all do this, and this is my version, and I'm calling mine Leprechaun Bubbles, and I hope you enjoy this. Basically what I'm doing now is just separating out just a little bit of the oil in with my natural colorants here, which I did put there on the screen, and I have so much fun using, this is my own kale powder, my own kale leaves that I dried and ground up into a powder, and it makes just a very light, fine green, and it doesn't turn brown. So that much I like about it. This is a Texas beer. It is actually not far from here, the brewery, and I really like that I can use a local beer for this. And I thought about getting a Irish beer like Killian's or something, but decided I would stick with a local Texas beer. And this is a very luxurious soap, has a lot of beautiful oils and butters in it, and that along with the beer in it, this is going to be a really luscious bubbly soap. These are some of the embeds that I made. I won't use all of these. I was just testing out some different things, some little pipes and little leprechaun hats, and oh, I've got some little beer steins and some four-leaf clovers. And so with those, I'm going to I'm actually going to add the clovers to the top of the soap, and then after the soap has set overnight, then I'm going to attach the embeds to the outside of the soap, which you'll see here. And I just really loved just how thick and luscious this beer formulation was going in, because that helps me to know that this is going to be a very rich and nice bubbly soap, and skin loving as well. And the scents that I'm using in this are a combination that's my own of essential oils, and I've actually created a really cool fragrance, at least I think so, but it uses some of the essential oils that I'm using are basil, I've got some sweetgrass, I have some lemongrass, a little bit of clove, a little bit, just a touch of lavender, and it just gives a really nice depth to the fragrance that I hope you'll enjoy. And when adding in those colorants, don't they look really dark going in? But once it's dispersed throughout the rest of the batter here, you'll see that it's not quite so dark. This is one of my favorite processes, is mixing in the ingredients and watching the color change, the texture change. I don't know if you're the same, but it's one of my favorite parts of soap making. And I really liked this green. It's a nice medium green. And the secondary color is going to be a lighter green. And then on top I'm going to mix in a bit more activated charcoal just to darken a little bit on top. But I love this idea. I've done individual collaborations before with soapers. Renee and I have done a collaboration. I did a fun collaboration with her where we used sweet potato. I did a collaboration with my friend Jen at Jen Spice at Jentle Soaps. We did one using bay leaves, which we had a lot of fun with. And now this one is a collaboration with a lot of soapers. So I think this is something we're going to do twice a year, about once every 6 months, do this type of collaboration. Doesn't that sound like fun? So here I'm adding in the secondary color here, which, like I said, this one's going to be a very light green. It's a little more yellow perhaps, but there is a green tint to it. But I just wanted there to be some variation. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I made a mistake in this soap, which I actually reference later here. I forgot the hanger swirl. I poured the soap into the molds and I just forgot to do the hanger swirl. And I've done this so many times. I'm someone who needs a reminder, and I guess I'm going to have to start putting up post-it notes for myself, which I have to do for work anyway, so it's not that big of a stretch to do them for soaping. And this poured great. It was just right. I got it to a very light trace so that it stayed very liquid and worked perfectly. I mean, nothing went wrong with this, and other than me forgetting to do my hanger swirl right. And but I had a lot of fun with this one, and it smells terrific, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. But one of the things I mentioned earlier was the collaboration. That's one of the things I love about the soaping community, is that we are indeed a community of people, like-minded souls, that come from various different age groups, different political views, religious views, our ages, everything about us is different, and yet we have found this common love of soaping. Yeah, here's where I mentioned the hanger swirl, right? Yep, forgot. But I love that we can all come together in something like this to make something beautiful. And as I've said in other videos, I just wish our politicians could learn from that, right? That even when you have differences, you could still come together and do something. Here's where I've added in the darker, I added in a bit of activated charcoal to darken that green, just so that I could get a variation on the top. But probably the thing that I love most since I've discovered YouTube is that sense of community. And it's why I'm here. And so I just took my skewer and just did a little swirling on top. Nothing special here because I'm going to be adding the 4-leaf clovers on top anyway. And I just did these in 2 colors. The lighter colored ones, the lighter green, is a cold process soap from another soap that I made. And the darker green ones are my own melt and pour that I've colored with wheatgrass and spirulina. So I got them really dark. And I really like the way they turned out. I'm not 100% into the mold. I don't think it's as obvious a 4-leaf clover as it could be. I've seen other designs that looked a little better, but this is what I had. Now what I'm going to show you here is that, see, because I didn't do the hanger swirl, I didn't get any of the nice swirling that I wanted. But that's okay, because I'm going to be attaching these, the melt and pour, my own melt and pour, embeds that I made, and I'm just attaching those with a little more of the melt and pour and just touching it on the back and attaching it to the soap. And I did this to all of them, and I had so much fun doing this. And I hope that you enjoy this, watching this as much as I did making them. And I'm also working on another soap for March, which I hope that you'll check out in the next few days. My birthday is in March, and so I'm doing something special, a birthday soap for myself. That's right, something for me that I like, and hopefully you like it too. But I tried to vary each one of these. No 2 are identical. I wanted all of these to be a bit different. And that's how I made them. So You know, some of the hats may be the same color, but the pipe will vary or the stein will vary. And, oh, now one of the things I will tell you, on the beer colored ones, the kind of orange ones you see over there on the left with the white tops, those don't have handles on them. I broke them off taking them out. So later what I do is when I attach those, I go back and I take some of the handles, I cut some of the handles off those darker steins that you see there and attach those to the quote unquote beer colored ones so that they have a handle. And you'll see those actually in the photograph at the end as well. So thanks everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a fantastic day and make sure you check out the other channels in the description. There's some beautiful soaps. Thanks everyone, goodbye.